let's look at this diagram. So here is function declaration. So my function constructor, and inside of this function there are two statements. This.title equal to props.title and this quantity equal to props.quantity. And props is single parameter in this function. Here we create object props and it contains two key value pairs, title test title and quantity 5. And here I create new instance using new keyword plus function call. And I call my function constructor with this object, props. So what happens here step by step? First step, function constructor is called. At the beginning of this function call, a new empty object will be created. And this will be assigned to this new empty object. It is important to understand on this step that it will be brand new object with allocated memory to it. This means that each time when you call function constructor, brand new object will be created. This means that using function constructor, you can create unlimited number of the instances. And each time when function constructor will be called, new object, new instance will be created. Okay, then function constructor automatically adds to this empty object reference to its prototype. And it uses hidden property prototype. And of course, it adds visible property to underscores proto to underscores. And in this case, those properties will point to my function constructor dot prototype. So prototype of every instance is my function constructor dot prototype. Okay, next. Next, this function is executed. And if it has such statements as this.title equal to props.title or this quantity equal to props.quantity, we change this. And this points to newly created empty object. And here we simply add new properties to this object. That's why you need this. If you will forget to add this here and type simply title equal to props.title, then this new object will not be modified and new property title will not be added to it. That's why it is important to keep in mind that you must always add here this and add new properties to this, because this points to new empty object. And finally, this function constructor will return automatically this. And it doesn't matter whether this function has return statement or not. In this example, it doesn't have return statement. But anyway, this will be returned automatically if you create new instance of the prototype using new keyword. So, this new modified instance of the object will contain properties, in this example, title, quantity, and proto, and hidden property prototype. Each time whenever you want to create new instance of the function constructor, you need to call it like this, using new keyword plus function call with arguments. And each time this process will be repeated. Okay, short summary. At the beginning, this function constructor creates new empty object and automatically adds reference to its prototype that is equal to prototype property of this function. Next, you can modify this new object adding new properties to it. And finally, at the end, function constructor returns this that is equal to brand new object with modified properties. Okay, let's go on with previous example and observe this in action. See you in a moment. Bye bye.